Today is Trinity Islands. Right, we skipped a few. We skipped a few to get Dinky Park so that we could do these two together because they were both 2 years. So Trinity Islands is next, and then Katie's World. This Katie's World is interesting. There's also Mel's World. Certain parks are just named after I don't know who people. Yo, happy birthday, Ludacris. Congrats on the 1/4 of a century. Huge, TBH. Alright, let's go. What's the goal? I didn't look into this at all. I just know it's a 3-year. Yeah, to have at least 750 guests by the end of year 3. That's not that hard. We do... Okay, I kind of see the problem. There's not a lot of usable land in this park, is there? What do I even have access to in terms of, like, what can I build on? Can I just build on everything? Where's, like, the barrier of this park? Like, do I have this land? Hang on. Can I build on this land? No. Okay, I see the... Okay, I see the, there's the fence. So it's just this? Hang on, can I buy more? How do I do this again? No. Can we buy construction rights? Also no. Alright, well, this park is tiny and shaped real weird. Okay, I see the problem. I see the one single open-ended boat hire. We would run out of boats really fast. I think that wouldn't work. Okay, I definitely see the problem. I think we're gonna have to create some artificial islands. Yeah, ideally you want... I think ideally you want things to be in, like, big loops. Like, I think I'm gonna end up building a path like that. That's just the first thing I'm gonna do, even. Check this out. Before I even build anything else. I think that this should just go. Oh. Shit. Well. Never mind then. We gotta do it from here? Yeah. That does not connect. There we go. Alright, so we got a big loop. What do we have for building? I mean, they're just starting me off with the chairlift. We're gonna have to get to that eventually. Obviously. I mean, I could theoretically, like, if I just build... I can just, like, build. We could just build, like, this whole park on water. It's just a bit more expensive, but it's not the end of the world if I do that, I think. I think I have a vision. I think I see what we're doing here. Check this. We do that. And then we get this guy right here. This park is going to be a mess. It's not going to be good. Bam, like that. Build with confidence. My confidence is already shattered, to be honest with you. Yeah. Gonna rework the path a little bit here. I feel like we can do like this. And then... Actually, no. We can do this. That's probably the best this is gonna get. Cool park. Cool park so far. There's like no land. I don't know what to do. Oh, the park is closed. Yeah, look at that. Hang on. First of all, yeah. Who closed the park on me? It just starts closed. I have not failed any scenarios yet. We had a bit of a close call with what was that one? Dinky Park. Dinky Park had a really awkward ending. I've since learned how park value works. I watched the Marcel video on it, so I'm something of an expert now, not to brag. I've seen a whole YouTube video on this subject. How do we get this to, I'm gonna have to do some deleting of things. To get this to work properly. I'm pretty sure no one wants to hear my thoughts on inflation, actually. I'm pretty sure literally no one wants to hear that. But apparently the thing about park value that I was getting wrong, first of all, buying land does not contribute to your park value at all. The whole land thing was just, like, wrong. The idea that buying more land increases your park value is just fully wrong. So that was a waste of money when I bought all that random land. Yeah, there's something I was about to do. Shit, what was I about to do? Oh, yeah. Research. Maximum. No improvements, no scenery. Perfect. I'd love to put, like, we don't have a Ferris wheel unlocked yet. Who just yelled? What? Oh, the haunted house. That makes sense, actually. Oh, also, I should probably stop guests from getting lost in the rest of the park. I should probably stop them from wandering back here for now. But apparently it has a lot to do with the stats of your rides, like the total stats of the rides. So rather than building like a bunch of small things to try to keep the value up, what I should have been doing was investing that all into just building like one extra really good roller coaster towards the end. I should have just saved money instead of buying a bunch of pointless land. How much money do I have right now? I have 6K. Apparently the real cheat for park value, though, is that rides count even when they're closed. And when they're closed, they don't get any older, and older rides are worth less. So the trick is to just build something with as high intensity as possible, and then just leave it closed in the corner of your park, and then it's just like infinite permanent park value. Apparently that's the cheat for park value. A boat hire is probably not the play. Wait, where's... I can't see the, I can't see under there to see the fence anymore. Well, the fence is, like, along here. We know we can't build in this area. I'm gonna have to build... I think the play is gonna be to build a really cool roller coaster in the middle of the square. I think that's where this is going, ultimately. IRL inflation, the recent sky. Yeah, I was talking about that yesterday, that, I have not looked into the details, but apparently RAM is, like, ridiculously expensive right now. You just can't buy RAM. That's crazy or whatever, I guess. I don't know. Good thing I'm not in the market for any RAM right now. Yeah, there's gonna be some serious terraforming going on, because we're gonna have to, dig this down, I think. Why is that? I really don't understand, like, why is there no water? These other things got filled in by water, but this square didn't, so there's just a hole there now. Just a really weird looking hole. There we go. Well, I'll put a boat hire here. Boat hires are not very good, but obviously this park needs a boat hire. It's not going to be open-ended. It's not going to be open-ended. It's just going to be like a loop. There's our boat hire. I don't trust the guests at all. No matter how simple the open boat hire is, they will still find a way to get jammed on it. Like, when we had an open boat hire in, I think it was Leafy Lake, they would literally, like, get jammed trying to get back into the station. Like, 2 of them would try to enter the station at the same time and just clog the station, and then nobody could get in. Even if they do pathfind their way back, it's still bad. I kind of don't like the look of that. I'm going to do this. This is a bit of a short line, but this is a bit of a short line. But I think it'll have to do. I think that's what we're going with. Ooh, log flume available. Huge. Actually huge. No idea where I'm gonna put any of this stuff. I don't know where the, Okay, so that it does, like, hug kind of closely up here. Like, we can't build up there. Guest 10 is lost. I'm assuming guest 10 managed to escape before I closed off the path. Yeah, there's a few guests that managed to escape. Bro is pissed. Here's the exit. And I don't know, can I change the music? I can fairground organ style. Nah, it's the only music. Maybe if I invested in ride upgrades, I don't know. But There are other rides that can have other music. It's just, I think the Ferris wheel just plays this and that's it. Yeah, other rides have music. Like, can I don't think I can set music on anything, though. Can I set music on this? No. I think I have to build a masterpiece roller coaster or the world's best log flume or something. Or I can just do both, actually. There's really nothing stopping me from doing both and then, like, tangling them up in each other in the center of the park. That might be kind of cool. Can I turn on music? Hang on, for the boat hire. And the, oh yeah, play music. Water style. There you go. It kind of sounds like, I don't know, not what I would expect. Anyway, we gotta build the sickest roller coaster ever right here, so let's do it. Crazy Caterpillar, go. Nah, custom, always custom. Not right there. I wish I could, like, I think this is a thing that future Roller Coaster Tycoon games fixed, like RCT2 might have fixed this, or Open RCT2 or something. I would love to be able to just control the height of this arbitrarily. Like, I don't actually want the the station to be down there, but I have to do like temporary landscaping to raise the land up to get the station to the height that I do want. Like that, I think, is probably about right. Yeah, we can do. Too steep for lift hill. Never mind, we can't do. Oh, we're gonna run into like support limit issues too, I think. Um, maybe. Because we're building on top of water, so there's like, it's deep under there. Definitely leaving this blue, by the way. I like the blue. I hope this works. No, too high for supports, really. I was kind of hoping to keep the whole roller coaster over the water the whole time, but we're gonna have to go over this land. There's no special platforms at all for this. Special. Helix up small. Can only do one of those. Helix down small. That is the vomit portion of the ride. Please enjoy. Helix is where you lose all your money? Oh, are Helix... were those, like, really expensive or something? I'm honestly not, like, paying attention to money when I build. I'm just building. Suspended single rail roller coaster. Okay. I think we're gonna bring this into the end now. I think we're trying to find a way to finish this thing. Money is no object. I can always borrow more. Actually, I already hit the max on that. I'm already at the debt limit, but we're trying to get down to 9 here. I have to get, like, over there. I don't think I can get over there. Hang on, we have to do, like, a... Helix down large might be the play. Except that I don't think... Can I get down fast enough? Yes. Oh, right, I have absolutely no staff in this park right now. Forgot about that. Hang on. You... And... you. And I'll fix their ranges later. Helix down large was $400? Damn. Really was super expensive. Well, it's worth it. Maybe. Maybe it's worth it. That's gonna be a problem with the G's or whatever, but we're gonna see if it's okay. There's our ride. That's pretty good. That's pretty good looking. Yeah, we'll find out. I think that this is bad. I think that this at the end is gonna be a problem, honestly. But let's see what happens. Track is not a complete circuit. Ah, shit. Well... Just cut the end, maybe? Well, I have to do something at the end. I have to do something here to get us to the finish line, you know? I think instead of that... Just cut this whole up part, but I don't want to cut the up part. It's good. I like it. What path in the way? Oh. Hmm. Does this get us here? Hang on. Not quite. If I just, if we just, like, axe that, and then S-bend left. There we go. I don't know what's going on here. That looks a little weird, but, let's try this. Oh, it barely makes it. It barely makes it. No, it doesn't make it. Shit. It doesn't make it. Well. How does that not make it? This ride sucks, man. How come... Like, really? It's not that I'm trying to do... I don't even think I'm trying to do that much. I can't believe that doesn't make it. Well... Yeah, what do you think would improve the ride, Americus? I'm open to it. How... How do I fix this? Oh yeah, that's basic stuff. I know about that. I have a good idea. I have a really good idea. Hang on. No, I don't have a good idea. I have no idea. I think I want the path to probably go over this. Ultimately, I feel like that'd be good. But I feel like we're getting no value from, like, that is a max height chain lift, and we're getting, like, no value from it, which is weird. I feel like I deserve more than I'm getting out of this hill in terms of speed. Just gonna end up deleting all of that for now. Roller coaster in the way. Never mind then. I do want some kind of helix element because they're fun. I forget how you even, like, getting the game to do a helix element feels like it's kind of hard. How do I, how did I, how, what, like, how did I get it to give me the helix option before? Just put a chain on it? No, that sucks. I don't want to just put a chain on it. Um, how do I make it do what I want? I wish there was like I wish it wasn't so like vague about how to get it to do what you want. Maybe if I turn it like this, and then, no? I don't know. Oh, do you have to bank first? Okay, that's what I'm missing. That's definitely what I'm missing. Roller coaster in the way. There we go. Let me just put a little curly Q in there. It's weird, but let's just do that. I'm certain it's not gonna make the it's not gonna make this part of the track now though. Almost guaranteed. If it didn't have enough speed to make the earlier part, then it's totally not gonna make this. The speed's pretty good though. I don't know why. Hang on, no, we're fine. The speed's good. I don't know why. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I feel like the speed's good. I don't know why. I feel like it had so much more. 4.7. The excitement is pretty bad. The excitement's not good. I really don't understand how you make good roller coasters in this game, but we're gonna roll with this. This is our ride for sure. And I think we're even gonna, we can boost our excitement a little bit. We can do some excitement cheese by reworking how this path goes, so that it goes over the ride. I want to do that. Like that. Looking good. Yo, hey Alyssa. I'm doing good today. Every Tuesday is good with Rollercoaster Tycoon. I do unironically really look forward to Rollercoaster Tycoon's days. There we go, and it's open. All right. That's pretty good, especially we're going to mix a log flume in with this as well. I'm going to try to get a log flume mixed in here, and the two rides are going to be, like, entangled in each other, and it's going to look really cool, I think. I need a path here, though. Hold up. I, first of all, can delete this way. We can delete that way. And then we can put a path down here. Perfect. And now they'll go back there, hopefully. Oh yeah, you're, are you working on 5? Are you working on Yakuza 500%? I'm still working on OG2, all sub-stories, by the way. I am actually gonna start a run of that. not a run of that, but I'm gonna start a test playthrough of that very soon, probably tonight, actually. Because I have a few things I want to try. Favorite speedrun I've ever done? I mean, it's... Favorite? How can I pick a favorite? You know? Oh no, least favorite. Sorry, I can't read. I've just recently been learning to read. It's a struggle for me. We're gonna cut this path temporarily. Sorry, boys. Hang on, let me just get this done real quick. And then I'll answer. Okay. Wait, listen to the music, hang on. Change the... I love the hard cut when you change the camera angle. From, like, horror to the Ferris wheel. That's the perfect place to put that, though, for real. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, least favorite. I mean, if I really didn't like something, I probably wouldn't run it. The answer is probably either Yakuza 6 or, like, fucking Greg Hastings Tournament Paintball Maxed for the Game Boy Advance or something like that. If something was really bad, I wouldn't run it. The answer is probably Yakuza 6. To be honest, what happened there was Froob got Yakuza 6 into GDQ, and then he asked me if I wanted to be on commentary for his run, and I agreed to it. So then I was like, well, I guess I'm learning Yakuza 6, so I ran it for like a couple weeks, and I did not like Yakuza 6 very much. I'm not a Yakuza 6 enjoyer. So probably that. Kiryu's Wild Ride. I don't think I did mention that, no. But I think I barely mentioned anything on the couch because it's Froob, so he literally just spoke for like 2 hours straight without any interruption. I think I barely interjected at all into that. This is not this is not shade thrown at him or anything, by the way. That's just how he does commentary. Alright, this might take a while to type because I have to find the apostrophe. Kiryu symbol. There it is. There we go. Alright, we gotta do something right here. I think what we're gonna do, I think this is where the station for the log flume is gonna be, right here. And then we're gonna have, well, wait, hang on. How much land do I have? Oh no, oh, okay, I have a genius idea. Ready, gamers? This is gonna be so good. How much money do I have? 7K? This'll probably work. Wait, why is it $80 to lower land? Why did that say $80? Hello? Is it really that expensive? hang on, I gotta do something about staffing as well. We'll give you viral slide, okay. Domain over all of this. Then Handyman 1 will be in charge of all of this. Hopefully this isn't too much land for this guy to be covering. It might be. It might be. Handyman 2 has to not do that stuff. Mechanic, I'll just have 2 mechanics, I guess. Let's see. So how does... Hopefully we're printing money off this. Looks like we're making decent cash. We're gonna need trash cans everywhere, by the way. Gonna put some around, I guess. Okay, but I'm thinking we put... How... Okay, the fence is there. I'm thinking we put the station for the log flume like this. Like, horizontally like that. And then it goes above this path. Sort of tangles in here, and then it comes back underground, and then comes up at the end. It goes under here. It would have to go underground here. I don't know if that makes sense, like, geometrically, but... Let's try it. Also, I'm gonna build one of these boys. No, I'm gonna do that later. Let's see. Too high for supports. Can it go over? Yes, it can go over. Hang on, do we even need to go that high? No, that's better. That is immediately colliding. That's not good. Hey, Gris. Roller coaster in the way. Alright, we might have some problems. We might have some problems here, actually. This roller coaster in the way? Yeah. We might have some problems. It's gonna be footpath in the way. That's a roller coaster in the way. Okay, here we go. This works. Roller coaster in the way. It's gonna be hard to do this. There we go. That's totally not gonna work. Nah, Hmm. There's no way we can get over that. Nah, there's like no shot. Oh, did not mean to press that button. Yeah, you can save coasters in this game. I do have a few saved designs. For a few things. How are we gonna do this? I'd really love to, like... Okay, here's how we're gonna do this. Now, I think we're hitting that. Yeah. That's pretty okay. I think we're ready to bring this around to the ending. Drive through the helix. I don't think I can get it in the middle of the helix. It can't go steep enough. I really don't think in the helix is possible. I would love to have a little underground section here and then it comes up at the end. I don't know if that's going to be possible at all because of the way the path is. Yeah, not quite. It's a bit too low. This is a bit too low. I think if we build up, actually. We're gonna have to make this look less horrible later. We're gonna have to raise all the land by about this amount. Oh yeah, we have to raise all the land a lot for this. It looks not so good. It does not look so good. Here, let's do something about the path. And then you can just raise all of that stuff some other time. I don't know if this is going to be enough either, though. This might still not work. 9, 10. Okay, it works. It works, I just have to fix the terrible landscaping. Yeah, that doesn't look nearly as good as I was hoping it would, does it? I had a vision, and the vision did not really come true. Where's the... Okay, yeah. I don't even think I'm necessarily going to be able to fix this. I think this just is what it is. I think we just have to accept the incredible ugliness of this bit of land right here. Maybe I can disguise it with trees, actually. Maybe that's what I'll do. But that's perfect. That's looking pretty much perfect otherwise. Hold up, no. No, no, no. Okay. And then the entrance can go... I think the entrance being here is okay, actually. And then... we just need one of these. And then, actually, actually this is bad. Actually this is bad. Yeah, I wasn't thinking. It's actually bad. The entrance to this ride is gonna weirdly be here. I don't love that. I don't love that, but there you go. Cool ride. It kind of... It's not so bad. I mean... It's not that bad. It's not that bad looking, I guess. You know, we get some interaction with the two rides. We get a ride going under this path and over this path. That's kind of neat, maybe. That's maybe kind of neat. Hey, Pixel. So far so good. You know, just gaming. I think I might put you in charge of all of that. What are we at? We are at 360 guests. March of year 2, though. Actually, that's fine, because this is a 3-year scenario. We are totally fine right now. And there you go. You saw nothing. These trees are not covering it correctly. Do we have, like, more full at the bottom trees that we can use? Yeah. There you go. Nothing to see there. Nothing to see there. It's fine. These paths are not supposed to be connected because I haven't built over here yet. Right now, the park ends in an awkward dead end here. And it's just a big line, and that's the park. Get that guy opened up. Maybe we even go for something like that. God, I want more. Same price in whole park. It's been raining a lot here. This is like an extra rainy scenario or something. I gotta take advantage. Make it red and white like a lighthouse. That would be cool if it were like on an island. Like maybe if I put it on like an artificial island right here, then it could be a cool lighthouse. That. I feel like these trees just make it look even uglier. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm deleting these trees. Those trees are only making it worse. What's the excitement on this log flume? 5.42. The log flume is more exciting than the roller coaster. Oh, the roller coaster's excitement went up though, 5.24. That's good. That's good, I got it up a little bit. As usual, absolutely nobody is on the boat hire because boat hires suck. Log flumes are good. Like, not even... I think that log flumes are unironically pretty good rides. I feel like whenever I build a log flume, the stats are, like, good by my standards. I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. That came out nice. And it's just, like, easy. It just always works. Swinging ship available. Hold up. The swinging ship has got to go on an artificial island. That's like rule number 1 of building a swinging ship. This has got to go out in the water somewhere, probably here. I wish I could make it a little bit lower than that. I have an idea. I have an idea. If I build like that, will this go flat on the ground? Yes. And then we can go like that. And then we can go like that. There we go. Check that out. Now it actually just looks like it's on the water. That's really cool. That's connected, right? Yeah, that is connected. Very cool. Gotta start thinking about what to do out here. Because by the end of this, I think we are gonna have to build on all available land. I can't just cut off half the park. What have we got? Where's I was gonna build. I got interrupted, but I was going to build the crappy one-tile maze somewhere. I don't know if there's good room for it. Maybe this. And then we just put one piece of path here, and then we open it. There we go. Very cool. We've got our classic one-tile maze. To just, I don't even know. I don't even know what it's here for. I think that we're gonna build... I think I'm gonna end up building... Because obviously I have to at some point build the goat ride, the chairlift. The chairlift is so bad. The chairlift is actually so bad. I feel like it's self-sabotage to build one, but I always have to build one. I'm thinking it can go from this island to this island, and it can go maybe like through this hill. I feel like that's how I want to do it. But yeah, I would love to connect this and start doing something here. Dude, chat keeps disconnecting today. Twitch chat is like messed up or something. It keeps like disconnecting for a couple seconds. I think maybe a car ride over here. Car rides are also kind of bad though. Like last time I built a car ride, nobody was willing to pay more than 10 cents for it. So I think car rides are bad. Look at the line. I may have built a bit too much of a line. Like the ride is too long or something. Can I like increase the speed of the lift hills to make this ride a little bit shorter? No. Maybe if I do this. I'd have to sit here and grind money for a little bit if I'm going to build another roller coaster on this island, which I think would be the play, would be to build another roller coaster on this island. Yeah, excitement comes from all kinds of things. Like I happen to know that You can get your excitement up by just placing trees around a ride. Just the more scenery around a ride, it makes your excitement go up a bit. Having the ride be near other path. So like I did this on purpose because I wanted, you get some kind of bonus for having the ride go above and below path. So I did that. Other than that, I don't really know what causes excitement to go up. It's just kind of something. But I know those tricks. And yeah, I know that if your intensity is too high, like it seems like if your intensity goes over 10, that just like basically murders your excitement immediately. Like it just tanks it. You get penalties for high intensity or nausea or whatever. I'm gonna get a third mechanic in there too, because why not? The vomit is being handled. There's no trash. Alright, good. Yeah. A lot of really good value comments. I can maybe raise the price a bit more on the log flume. I do have food and bathrooms at the entrance to the park, right there. Let's see, is it a problem? Are they... Yeah, a lot of guests are hungry, actually. The only food that I have is ice cream, though, which feels not ideal. If you come to my park, you can only eat ice cream. Actual food, you'll have to leave. Yeah, it's, we don't actually have access to, like, we don't have this land, we don't have this, we don't have any of this. Our park is just what's on screen right now. It is just this, like, blob with the path on it, and there's no way to buy other land either. We don't even really have a lot of space. Like, if I bring this up, there's the bounds of the park, so we don't even really have a lot of space around the islands. So it's a bit small, and the land that we have access to is not very good. But I mean, so far so good. We're at 505 guests. That's solid. I am sort of just sitting here trying to wait for the money to come in right now so that I can build something else. So we're losing money every month. Last month I lost $700 on landscaping. Otherwise we would have profited, though. Let's see. And I spent 900 on ride construction as well. So if I just sit here, we should be plus on money. What do people think about Kiryu's Wild Ride? Nobody is thinking about Kiryu's Wild Ride. I think because the month just rolled over, it might have reset it. Yeah, a lot of standing in line for too long comments, which is unfortunate. Like, I want to build... Well, let's see. Okay. The Exterminator... I don't know how much the Exterminator costs, because it doesn't fucking tell you. I wish it would tell you, but it doesn't tell you unless you can find a spot to build it in. Is Fizzly smaller? Yes. Right, right. No, that makes sense. When you put it that way, that does make sense. But I feel like this would be a perfect spot to put Fizzly, right Right there, in the middle of this path loop. Shuttle loop, I think, is supposed to be good. If you look at the stats, I mean, it's like the stats are like not, like my roller coaster is better, but I think shuttle loop is cheap, and that's the advantage. It's cheap and small, and it has good stats for that. I kind of want to put Fizzly here, you know? Can't construct this here, though. The goat of RCT. I find it very funny that it's hard to play this game without him coming up. This guy who defines the meta. Everyone is just like, oh, well, I saw him do it in one of his videos, so it must be good. Not, no shade or anything, but the specter of Marcel Voss, the YouTuber, hangs over Rollercoaster Tycoon streams. I saw videos from some other guy who was like running like contests to see who could design the coolest rides and like the coolest parks and stuff, just like decoration contests in Roller Coaster Tycoon and some, I guess maybe on the Reddit or in some Discord or something. And it was just like he was just like going over the entrance to his contests that he runs, I guess. And people make some really good looking shit in this engine. It's very impressive. People people are like insanely good at designing good looking things. I think OpenRCT2 lets you do a lot more. Yo, what's up, Incarnadine? It is Roller Coaster Tycoon's Day. I think that here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna start deleting this stuff. I I don't know. I've definitely improved over my 6 scenarios or whatever, but there's some really crazy shit out there. There's some people doing insane stuff. I really want to build my chairlift now. I really want to build my chairlift. Hang on, we're gonna do it. We're gonna build a chairlift. Rise stall. Oop. Screwed that up. Well, this'll do. Yeah, no, exactly. Chairlifts have to have more than one station. I once tried to build one that only had one station, and I think it literally didn't allow me to open it. But yeah, I've been building chairlifts in every park because I'm a big chairlift enjoyer. Even though the stats on it are like objectively terrible. Check this out. We can just cut it right through here. Log flume in the way. There we go. And we can make it. I kind of don't like... I feel like the chairlift supports look really bad. That's kind of a thing about the chairlift, though. I try to build them with as few... I'm trying to build this with as few supports as possible. How much? Let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this will be 7. Perfect. That's a good looking chair. I mean, this is like the world's lamest chairlift, to be honest with you. But yeah, I have 6, 7, hilarious. I fucking add a leg to the other island. Yeah, like have it keep going. I don't know if 3 stations is even a thing you can do. Have the chairlift turn and then stop like behind the Ferris wheel, right? Or yeah, the Ferris wheel. Like if the station would be here. Oh no, hang on, we have a problem because I hate that it cuts in like this. I really do. I have to build this in a weird curve. I don't like this. And there's a roller coaster in the way there, so it has to like go up as well. And it can't go up. Wait, yes it can. Yeah, a chairlift going up. Unthinkable. Ride fucking ruined. Thing that all chairlifts do. You know what? No, I don't like that. Hang on. I really don't like the floating supports. I feel like that looks like ass. If we're gonna have supports, the supports have to actually connect to the ground. Otherwise, it looks terrible. Okay, I think now... Here we go. There we go. That's one farther than I wanted. Hang on. Yeah, stolen one. Okay. Get the exit right there. Nice and easy. Oh, is that not gonna connect? Hang on. We might have a complication. Oh, is that not gonna connect for some dumb reason? It's slightly too high up. Nope, that's not gonna work. It's really hard to tell what's going on here. It's hard to tell. This is one of those, like, I wish I had free cam moments. But I think we gotta rework the whole ride here a little bit to make this go down, like, one more. I just have to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's only 6. We need 7. We gotta build all the way back to here. Go. Perfect. And then we just have to have an awkward... Actually, we'll just build the entrance here. And then we can have a path that connects like that. That's literally so perfect. That is literally so perfect, actually. And now we just have the problem of the other 2 stations being built in the middle of nowhere. Gonna take us a while to do something about that, I think. You know what? Let's actually do this here. And then these are going to be here, like that. I think that's good. Okay, how do we do this now? I don't want to make the lines too long because the throughput on chairlifts is abysmal in this game because they don't really let you, like, the amount of cars you can have on the chairlift is not that high. So the cars are always sort of clumped together and the throughput is always terrible. So I don't actually want the queue lines to be that long. Because otherwise everyone will get angry with me for having to wait so long. Can't really fix that. All I can do is connect it here instead. Okay. And then we just gotta connect this side. Yeah, I like the look of that. I feel like that's really good looking. If I can make that symmetrical on the other side, this will definitely be the best station of the three. No, this doesn't really work. This doesn't really work on this side because of the... no, this doesn't work at all. Hang on. We can fix this. That support is going to be floating, though, which sucks. Can't really... This is a bit awkward because the tree is in the way. I'm going to unironically, like, replace this tree. Actually, I don't have to. That'll do. So here's our 3 stations. I guess I'll connect the paths and open it. There's a lot of, there's a whole lot of middle of nowhere in this park now that there didn't used to be. But there you go. Whole park now open for business. Gotta think of things to do over there. And we will, of course, increase the speed of this. It's funny that it starts at like 2 miles an hour, and you can increase it all the way to 9. Like, 2 miles an hour is awful. You really want 9. The people over here are going to be waiting for so long. Hang on, I think we can speed this up as well. No minimum waiting time. I noticed this recently, like minimum waiting time. I think if there's guests already online, the minimum waiting time, I don't think it like meets that 5 seconds, like the guest getting on the ride. I think it's just strictly good to always turn off minimum waiting time. I really don't like the floating support here, but it just kind of be that way. Gonna have to start hiring handymen and placing them out here as well. They're just gonna be like the handyman for this entire island, I think. Until you've cleaned this entire island, Mario shall not be allowed to leave. Court adjourned. Yeah, you're just the guy for this island. Perfect. Eats a stall. If anyone puts trash on this bridge, I'm gonna be pissed off at them. Fine, I'll cover it. I'll cover it. I'm not happy about it, but I'll cover it. There we go. Now we got the... It looks like there's a lot of, This is kind of good. I don't know why it's worked out this way, but we've got the both directions action. Somehow, usually the chairlift cars are just, like, in a clump. They just totally clump up, and they're all going the same way, and it doesn't look very good. But they've kind of ended up spreading out here somehow. Looks pretty good. It's pretty good looking. All right, now what do we build? I have 4K. And I have already built everything, so... And we are not at 750 guests. We have a lot of time. I guess I can just start building, like, duplicates of things. Put some real food in the park, maybe. I feel like you do kind of have to start building duplicates of things in these scenarios. It's something I avoid doing because I feel like it's, like, poor form. But that's just entirely a me thing. I feel like you kind of have to do it because I don't really have enough money to build another roller coaster. Unless we build Shuttle Loop. Hang on, I'm going to build Shuttle Loop. It's going to go here. I think it fits here. Where is that thing? Okay, the exit path might be a problem with this one. Would it be cool if I had instead built Shuttle Loop into the hill? So that it was like... Maybe that would have been cool, actually. There's no way this works, right? Razor lower land first. Hang on. Yeah, that looks really friggin' cool, actually. That's awesome. That is super cool. Like the entrance path goes under the exit path like that. I'm gonna put one of these as well, because like, wrong way. Not there. Not there. There we go. No entry. Trying to keep people off my exit paths. I think if I increase the launch speed, people are gonna fly off the back. It's funny that there's not like a, like truly the path just stops there. Like there's no cap on it or anything. This brown is ugly, by the way. I don't know if there's something, I don't know what I can do to make it less bad. No, that's also bad. What color looks good with green? Any color theory knowers in chat? What looks good with green? Oh, okay. No, this might be it. Red? No, I hate this. I think we're just going with that. I kind of want to refill in the area that I deforested over here. There's just like the top of the mountain is just kind of bald in a way that looks weird and bad. I think that's an improvement. I think that's an improvement. Looks a bit more natural. Yeah, goal is 750 guests, 600 park rating. I wonder if there's a way I can like, because people do ask that every week. This is not, no shade. I'm not singling you out or anything, but people always do ask, and it makes sense that people would ask. So I wonder if I should like have that on the layout. I can get like a, I can get this window and then just like have it off to the side there always or something. Let's see, how big and expensive are these? The crazy vole. The crazy vole. I could put the crazy vole like right here theoretically. Yeah, instead of all scenarios, I could just write. The scenario count matters too. I think that eventually what I would want to do is just like have a separate, just like a separate layout for Rollercoaster Tycoon that just arranges the info differently on the left entirely, and it would have like a scenario counter and a current scenario goal and that kind of thing. Maybe something like that would be good. I might build, how much money do I have? 3.9. I think if we sit here for a bit, I can build up enough cash to maybe do a custom wild mouse entirely within the footprint of this path. I feel like that'd be good. I feel like that might be kind of cool. Yeah, smaller box art, more info. Because like we're gonna be here for a while. Like I actually, if you go to nobody nobody noticed and nobody cares, but if you go here and you scroll down to where Rollercoaster Tycoon is, um, there's like a separate the VODs are separate. Like there's a link to the playlist, and then the playlist is separate from the rest of Roller Coaster Tycoon. I feel like Roller Coaster Tycoon, all scenarios, is like its own beast, kind of almost separate from the main Xbox thing challenge. Um, so that's the way I think of it, at least, because we're gonna be here for so long. It's a challenge in itself just to do all of this. So, and the Incarnadine, the corn is the sort of mascot of the stream. He's this guy. And actually, his name is Tycorn. We stole this sprite from an old website where he is named Tycorn, and he's sort of the mascot of the stream. So people make edits like that. That's why it's Roller Coaster Tycorn on the box art. Someone put that together. Let's see what we can do with the wooden wild mouse. Oop. Yeah, this car, or this coaster type supports. Let's see, how are we gonna do this? I want to try to fit the whole thing in. I feel like this would kill people. I don't know. I feel like the G-forces might be a problem. I think the G-forces might be a problem. But something like this, maybe. Favorite theme park IRL? Favorite... I don't know, because it's not like I go to lots or anything. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to finish this design the way I'm doing it. Yeah, like you know, the New Jersey theme park is Six Flags Great Adventure. I've been there a ton of times. Because that's just how it be. Can I do this? Yeah. All right, the people might hate this ride, but here it is. Let's test it. All right, got to do the entrance exit first. I think I'm gonna have to go with. I feel like this comes up a lot. when I'm playing Rollercoaster Tycoon for obvious reasons. I feel like I'm gonna have to go with Hershey Park, to be honest with you. I haven't been there in 20 years, but, you know, a lot of good nostalgic memories. Oh yeah, these turns are spine destroying. That is unacceptable. Okay, I mean, if I just lower the intensity a little bit more. Yeah, it's hard to say Six Flags is ever your favorite, because it's basically like a big, like, compared to, you know, I've been to, like, Disney World and stuff before, and compared to that, Six Flags is kind of just a parking lot with roller coasters in it. Like, there's no attempt made at any kind of, like niceness to it. It is a parking lot with roller coasters in it. So I don't know. I'm going Hershey Park, because it's like kind of like very wooded, as I remember it. I remember it being like not like fully in the woods. Like, obviously there's a massive parking lot and it's in the middle of a town and on the side of a highway. But once you get in there, like, there's tons of trees and stuff, and it's kind of it's comfy. That's how I remember it, at least. My whitewashed memories of a place I haven't been in 20 years. Yeah, we gotta do something about this. I think that the worst part is this. I think this is the worst part, these two turns. Well, hold up, let's put it back in testing. I think if I just make it less tall, I think if I just make the ride less tall, then it'll, it's gonna be entirely a lat G's issue, by the way. I think if I just make the ride less tall, then it'll be slower, and then it'll be less of a problem, maybe. I mean, why? Hang on. It says, oh, max vert is... No, vertical Gs are a problem at some point. Yeah, first drop. Right on the first drop, vertical Gs are too much. That's actually the real issue here. I think we're just gonna try to make the ride a little bit shorter. Or, no, it's right there. This drop right here is too crazy. This drop right here is too crazy. That's our problem. I think what we're gonna do is, instead of that being steep, we're just gonna make it not steep. And then this is gonna be problem solved. This is a pretty decent ride, honestly. Get the, like, really condensed square footprint. Pretty good TBH. I should be watching the graph. No, it is still bad. It is still bad, actually. It's bad right there. Yeah, that still hits 3.58. That drop that I changed wasn't actually the problem, was it? Oh, that just made it so much worse. Oh my god. That just made it so much worse for some reason. Why did that make it worse? Well, yeah, but it's less steep. I thought that would help. Apparently that doesn't help. Hang on, then. Not that. I meant this. I think maybe I'm just gonna delete this whole everything. Yeah, this doesn't... You can't bank turns. We are kind of just working with what we got. We do gotta make this work. I agree. I think I can probably... Oh, we're only there? Okay. Where the hell am I? Okay, I understand. No. Yeah, this whole ending is gonna get fully reworked, so I'm just gonna delete that. Well, this is a much lamer ride, I think, than what I had originally built. But this might be what we go with. I think this ride is lamer. We'll see if they like it. Yeah, you know, this is perfect, actually. Look how, at the end there, that's a bit of an ass kicker, but look at how we make it so that by the time it gets to the turns, it's slowed down, so it can take the turns. That's kind of what I was going for. Alright, that's acceptable. That's acceptable to me. Five-point something excitement. That'll do. The real problem is, where the hell do I put these, like, where do these lines go? The queue line issue. Actually, you know what I want to do? Because we want to try to squeeze every last drop of excitement out of this. Entrance is going to go on the other side, so that we can have the queue. They can't find the bathroom in your park. Shit. Alright, we gotta fix that after this. I need more bathrooms. Park rating is still decent though, so they're fine holding it for a little while, I guess. Oh, whoop, I think I kinda wanna try something like this. We're just gonna rework the path back here, actually. We can just bump the path out one more. Like, check this out. Just do that. And then... actually, you know what I can do? Just do this. Like, integrate it like that. Hello? That connect? That connects. Okay. That's perfect. That's literally so perfect. This is opening. It's a masterpiece. This does not connect over here. Hang on. It's not perfect. Okay, now it's perfect. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, honestly. I'm happy with that. Now we gotta place bathrooms all over the place to appease the guests. There we go. That's good. Yeah, there was only one in the whole park. It was at the entrance to the park. That's a good place to put your one bathroom. Yeah. A lot of hunger in the park, too. I think I may. I feel like I should build balloon stalls. I should be selling lots of balloons, too. The people do crave pizza and French fries. I know I do, at like, most times. I'm gonna actually use the stalls to hide this incredibly ugly end of the ride. Here's what we're gonna do. Oh, there's already a drink stall right there. Okay. I think the problem is that a lot of guests are coming out here. Oh, good. Some guests just randomly puke back here, too. Thanks, friends. Friends of the park. Okay, I'm actually gonna give one guy the entire, like, back area here. I think Handyman 5 is in charge of all of this. Yeah, he's in charge. He should get that at some point. No, Friends of the Park, they donate to for the upkeep of the roads or whatever. You ever see those signs on the side of the highway? I don't know if this is a thing. That's like Friends of the Highway, and it'll be like, this highway is sponsored by so and so corporation, and I guess they're just like paying for upkeep of the road or whatever on some level. I'm trying to think. I guess I haven't seen one of those signs in a while. I feel like, now that I think about it. As a kid, I always wanted to be a friend of the highway and to have my name on the sign next to the highway, but I think literally all you do is, like, give the state money, and then they pay people to clean up litter on the side of the highway, but they give you a sign for it. Pretty good looking corner. Pretty good looking corner, I think. How many mechanics do I have? Okay, the mechanics are on top of it, I guess. I gotta come up with what we're gonna build here. Goal is now hit. With the addition of the wild mouse, the goal is now hit. So now we are coasting for the entirety of year 3. I'm gonna step away for a sec, actually. Just let the money roll in for a second or something. You've built more chairlifts than I've seen in my entire life. I love chairlifts. Chairlifts are my favorite. But yeah, I'm gonna step away for a sec. I will be right back, and then we have to come up with what to do with that final island. Probably like another roller coaster, honestly. I'll be back in a sec. All right, I'm back. What are we doing? I have $4,000. Yeah, I'm definitely the Walt Disney of chairlifts, I think. I'm willing to accept that title. Oh shit, we're gonna have go-karts in a minute here. We'll build go-karts. That's what we'll do in this section. Well, you know, corporate-run cities are a real thing that existed and continue to exist. Company towns. You know, Walt Disney was not the first person to envision a company town. Hershey, Pennsylvania is a company town. I think it still even is. I think on some level the company still like they are the board of the town or whatever the fuck. I don't know what the right word is. And you know, they built Hershey Park. The more I think about it, the more it occurs to me that our boy Milton Hershey is basically just dollar store Walt Disney. Guy, company town, rich industrialist dude, built a theme park. Dollar store Walt Disney. Cotton candy stall. Wait, where's my go-karts? Hang on. I was promised go-karts. Oh, there they are. Okay. Am I really about to dig out the entire side of this mountain for a go-kart track? I think I am. I think I probably am. This is about to be really expensive. Alright, great. This is where we're gonna build it. It's a little weird, but this is where we're gonna build it. I can do something fun with, like, this. At least. My giant exposed wall. Yeah. Maybe we'll do, like, hang on. And, it's a bit depressing looking. Putting the stripes on it doesn't help. You can just imagine, like, the paint chipping on the cement retaining wall at this, like, poorly maintained, just, like, shitty cement corner of the park. That looks so bad. Anyway, this is where our go-karts are going. I don't think the good larts will fit here. Yeah, the good larts are a bit too big. We need our own new design. Yep, all I can really do is this. Or do I have another block? No, I don't have another block back there. It's still a pretty, I kind of want to keep it entirely. It's going to be a bit of a tame design, because I kind of want to keep it entirely in the confines of this dugout area I've got. Oh yeah, we can send it into the wall a little bit. That's a good point. We can do this. Ah, it's a bit too high up now. Alright. It kind of goes in and then comes out a bit higher. That's, you know, that's not the worst thing ever. It's not the worst thing ever. The worst thing ever is I have no idea how we're getting the entrance and exit lines to work here. We're gonna have to rework all of this path, I think. Wonder what I just got. Not that. What award did I just get? The best value park in the country. I always get that. I think that's the sign that your stuff is too cheap, but I don't know. I'd rather it be too cheap. I'm not really in like the messing with prices phase of things. That's too low. That's the issue. Alright, well, there you go. That's not so bad. That's not actually that bad. I should be able to put way more carts on the track. I guess not. Can even put, like, wait, hear me out. We dig this. And we put in a lake in the middle of the ride. That looks kind of bad, because it's so square. That looks kind of bad, because it's so square. How are we going to fix this? And then... yeah, then we put the fountains in the lake, exactly. Bam. Bam. Check this out. I'm gonna line this too. The best looking crappy go-karts you've ever seen. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, actually. I think that came out really good in the end. That goes on the loading screen? Yeah, I think so. I've been taking screenshots of the interesting parts of parks for the thumbnail, the YouTube thumbnail. Not that it matters on any level, but I realized that if I didn't set a custom thumbnail for the Rollercoaster Tycoon VODs, then all 86 VODs are going to have an identical thumbnail of the title screen. So I've been taking screenshots of interesting looking parts of the park. I think this will be my interesting looking part of the park. Yeah, no, I totally want to do that. We were talking about that at some point. And I totally want to put something like that together. Like a different... instead of my usual starting soon screen with the past GameCube and Xbox thing ratings and stuff. It'd be like a little thing, and it would randomly scroll through like 10-15 second clips of shots of the parks that we've built so far. I feel like that would be awesome. Speaking of which, I've never saved. I should really save. I don't want to Why Am I Here 44 myself and play a game for 3 hours without saving. No, listen. You listen, Why Am I Here 44. I'm surprised it took you that long to have this happen to you, honestly. For me, I learned my lesson with game number 9, Barnyard, when I had to play 3 hours of Barnyard again because it crashed. You made it a long time without ever having that happen to you. But nah, there are a number of games in GameCube thing I had to restart. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, a lot of really good value. A lot of it's greats as well, which you love to see. People like my roller coaster. I don't know what else to add to this park. like, unironically kind of feel like this is a pretty good park. There's something there, I guess. Something right here, maybe. What have we got? Completing design on the monorail. What if there was, like, hear me out. Once we build the monorail, what if there was a little monorail that just connected, like, right here to right here, and the track just went along the side of this path? Maybe that. Just gonna go back to Enclave. I don't want to go back to Enclave. We're probably gonna go back to Enclave after this. But you were wrong. You were wrong about wanting to go back to Enclave. Abandon the notion of not saving mid-scenario, but I really like the whole scenario being one VOD. It just, like, I don't know. My brain likes that for some reason. As if it mattered at all, right? Why can I... If you hover over the duck... Oh. You can make the ducks quack by clicking on them. It's really hard to do with the analog stick. Let's try it. This might look terrible. Where are you, monorail? We're gonna have to do a little bit of creative landscaping for this. Also, the monorail kind of has to be a loop, doesn't it? And it kind of has to be set back from the road. You have to start the monorail. Nah, this is, like, bad. I don't think this monorail concept is gonna work that well. Unless you can... Hang on. Can you build... Square says trains are powered and run along the top of the rail with additional wheels. Let me just do a test. Like, that doesn't work. There's no way. We can't, like, change the operation mode of it or something so that it goes back and forth. It has to go... Oh, no, hold up. Shuttle mode. This is gonna be what we want. This is gonna be what we want, actually. If we build the entrance and exits... and test it... Yeah, that's exactly what I want. You think we just ship this, TBH? I don't think so. I'm not sure that this is ready. Yo, Hydromedia, thank you for the 77 months. Mr. Salami's Wild Charcuterie Board? That's a pretty good name, honestly, if you just came up with that on the spot. If you were going for, like, a food-themed park, that would definitely be, like, the teacup ride, right? Mr. Salami's Wild Charcuterie Board. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it a ton, though, for real. I'm gonna build this. We're gonna do this in an unorthodox way. Can I... How tight turns does this support? Not that tight. I was hoping this would support, like, the tightest type of turn. Something like that. Maybe. Gonna have to dig this out. Yeah, this is just weird. This is just a little bit weird, I think. Large monorail cars. Shuttle mode. It's just a little bit weird. I don't know. Okay, now we have to do some path engineering. I think that this will be fine. I think that looks pretty okay, actually. It's over here where things are about to get a little bit funky. Oh yeah, I know. Okay, that's okay, actually. I just, to be honest, I just sort of envisioned seeing the monorail moving alongside the path, and I kind of like that. Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're right, MDaz. Or you're right about that. You can't, Peeps do not take, like, transport rides into account in their pathfinding. So you can't design, like, like, oh, you take the monorail to this island. The problem is that if the only way to cross a path is to take a ride, then they won't do it. Like, that's not how that'll go. It's not really an option. That's nice. Okay, they can make it up the hill. They're really slow getting up that hill, but they do get up it. Yeah, they're crawling up that hill, honestly. Yeah, I just felt my phone vibrate in my pocket. Oh man, did you do that? Or wait, that oh man, is that the actual run VOD? Yeah, it's much faster back because it goes down the hill. It's like it's almost a thrill ride. I feel like charging $1 for this is questionable. But that's nice. That's a solid addition. That's really cool. Thank you for sending me that. That's pretty cool. Man, I always get to this point at the end of scenarios where I don't know what else to add to the park, but we still have like 20 minutes before this scenario completes. And I feel like the park is perfect as it is. It's not, you know, mathematically optimized, and there is room where I could put more stuff technically, but I feel like I can only detract from the park by aesthetically by adding more at this point. You know what I mean? Like something could go right here. But I do really like the current density of the park from a like visual point of view. Little food court somewhere. Yeah, maybe I try to actually like do some real ass construction. 'Cause we've got no, not really. I've just seen people with like OpenRCT2 and stuff who build like buildings out of scenery. And it looks like I kind of can't do that. I don't know if that was an RCT2 thing or if I just don't have the right pieces unlocked or what. But there are people who like build buildings and all of this really impressive stuff. And all I have are these brick walls. I can build a Gears of War level. I've got lots of waist-high walls to hide behind. You're given the option to raise lower the build height without using land? Yeah. There's just a piece of puke on that. Is anyone gonna come clean that up? Is anyone gonna... Okay, someone is allegedly gonna come clean that up. Why is there puke getting off the chairlift? Come on. Whose stomach is that weak? Yeah, no observation tower unlocked, I think. I haven't made a car ride. Yeah, someone who wandered over from the wild mouse is gonna be the answer. Yo, MDaz, thanks for the sub. Thank you. Thanks a bunch, dude. I appreciate it a lot. I hope you were doing well and stuff. I kind of feel like observation towers are ugly, though. Whenever I plant down an observation tower, I feel like I've ruined the park, you know? Just having like this massive pole in the middle of the park that just like covers things visually. Yeah, I think I might build a food court. I think that a food court where I just was, like over there, would be kind of neat. Also, yeah, there is some... I gotta actually get on top of this. There is some litter around. Last time I placed trash cans, we didn't have this part of the park open yet, so I didn't put trash cans back here. Yeah, I don't know what the purpose of lamps would be, but the lamps do literally nothing, right? Oh, there's like a lot of puke in this area. I think I might assign that handyman to literally just this area then. There's a lot of puke over here. Could assign him to like just keeping this clean, maybe. There is nobody I know there is someone assigned to the bridge. Yeah, if there was maybe like a if this game had a day-night cycle, then you could do like day-night cycle, and then at night pathfinding is worse unless you build lamps, and then the pathfinding is improved. Like I know that the pathfinding is actually better if customers or if the park guests buy a map. If they buy a map, then it actually improves their pathfinding. But maybe at night they like wouldn't be able to see as far, something like that. Don't know what you do, look at the thoughts. A lot of guests still need to go to the bathroom. No they don't, we're fine. 15 still have to go to the bathroom though. I think more bathrooms are in order. I think I gotta add more bathrooms. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to build like a food court back here. Yeah. Oh, like if you hang on. If I do 19 people want to go home. Yeah, that's pretty cool. They're just sort of evenly distributed. I think these are just like normal people who have been in the park for too long. I don't think I've done anything, hopefully, to anger them. And it looks like everyone who had to go to the bathroom went to the bathroom, so it's fine, actually. I wish I could zoom in on this map a little bit better. Like, if I could make this map a little bit larger, we can sort of see from the blinking that, yeah, it is entirely people out in, like, the extremities of the park. But it could be a little clearer, maybe. But it's cool. It's an interesting feature that they thought of, right? I think I'm gonna clear this land. And we're gonna try to build some kind of cool-looking food court back here. I'm thinking we can build it, like, out on a pier a little bit. Do that. Put an info booth in the middle. Maybe I'll do that. I want this to stick out like one or two more. Yeah, benches, of course. How does this work? Trying to get my benches placed. Okay. We go like that. How does... Yeah, maybe something like this. Connect this now. Get all this stuff open. Hopefully guests don't get too lost. I know that like wide paths are generally not considered a good idea, but for aesthetic reasons, hopefully this is fine. Yeah, there should be trash cans. This dude is literally just gonna be in charge of this area. Yeah, they might just wander in here for all eternity. It might be bad. We'll have to monitor the situation a little bit. I really like the 3-wide pier, though. I think guests are successfully escaping the 3-wide pier. I think it's okay, actually. That's a good addition. Souvenir stall now available. Where's the spot for this? Aesthetics are more important than free will. I agree. We're pretty late into this, so like we've got the goal in the bag. Yeah, it's not going under 750. I think that the way the game works, it's pretty hard to have your guest number go down. Like I think the guest number will go down if the park rating goes down, then that can lower the amount of guests. But as long as your park rating stays like normal, then I think that it would be pretty hard for like something bad to happen. Yeah, we'll see. We'll monitor the thoughts. This scenario is also going to be over kind of soon, so even if they're mad at me, hopefully it takes a while for them to be mad at me, and we'll finish before something bad happens. Yeah, like that. I think that... I mean, I think that could happen on the Wild Mouse. I think we could have a catastrophic failure where the station brakes fail on this ride. You should play some Rollercoaster Tycoon, Giga. It's good. I've been seriously enjoying the Tuesdays. I love coming over to the Ferris wheel and hearing the ridiculous Ferris wheel music. Yeah, very, very rarely someone will hop on the boat hire. I've never seen a line. I've never seen a line for the boat hire, but people will get on it. Absolutely no one going on the haunted house. Maybe it's too expensive. Yeah, I'm not paying that much. A lot of I'm not paying that much is. I think we gotta lower the price of the haunted house. The story mode gets tedious. I've never played Planet Coaster, so I don't know the lore on that. I do remember, you know, it is Frontier. I imagine it's designed differently, but Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 has some really obnoxious scenarios. SG4E was streaming those a while back for some reason. Pop the balloon. But a lot of the scenarios in Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 are like, a VIP is showing up and he wants to ride rides of this excitement or higher, and then the VIP will show up and he'll just wander in circles and not go on anything. And then he'll just leave, and then you'll fail the objective. And it's just like, oh my god, dude. Oh yeah, I did give him that. That is why he played that. I think I just said Rollercoaster Tycoon broadly, and then he chose 3. Because they were giving that away free at EGS at some point. Yeah, I think we probably watched the same video, Giga, about how the haunted house in that game has, like, an extremely cursed minigame if you go inside it. I had no idea that existed at all until I had no idea that game existed until I saw that video, and it was just like, yo, what the hell? That's insane. That would be too much for child Tapioca playing that. Imagine getting RCT and picking 3. Look, I like 3. I played so much 3 as a kid. There are pros and cons to it. Like, you know, the style of this game just gives it such a, you know, like the whole isometric pre-render and pixel art style that this game has instantly just makes it look super good, and all the tiny details on everything. You know, like a lot of the fun of Rollercoaster Tycoon is once you've built it, then you just get to see the whole park simulating on its own like this, and all the little peeps loading in and out and walking on the paths and on the rides and stuff. You know, seeing all of it in motion like this is really satisfying, IMO, and you sort of lose that with the graphics of Rollercoaster Tycoon 3. I feel like it's just not as, I don't know, doesn't have that appealing look to it quite the same way, but I feel like I could put some bushes here or something. But, you know, the pros of it is that since it's a real 3D engine, you're not forced to look at 4 camera angles that might be kind of bad. Like, you can actually use the camera to, like, see better sometimes. And you get to ride the rides, which, in my opinion, is a meaningful addition. I think that's fun, that you can actually go on your roller coasters after you build them. That looks bad. do this, but use AI to generate any angle. Swinging inverter ship. That's like that ride that I hate, actually, the swinging inverter ship. I'm not building that. I don't know if I can put trees here without it looking terrible. Because they're kind of just in a straight line. Our straight tree line. You know, if you wanted a, I bet you could get a lot of likes on Twitter by doing that. You just take some Rollercoaster Tycoon footage, and then you just, like, auto-generate different camera angles, and people will go, whoa, that's amazing, bro. Like that, this is a trend a little while ago. There's some kind of, like, pixel art shit. Some, like, 3D pixel art thing. That was, like, an AI thing that was going around. Does anyone remember this? Chris Sawyer would come to your house and kill you. I think he might. I think he'd be justified in doing that. And nobody was covering this path at all. Yeah, every now and then some post will do the rounds. That's like, you don't think AI is the future? Here's an AI-generated game. And it'll just be like the most fucked up, awful-looking thing you've ever seen. There was one from like a couple weeks ago or a month ago or so that looked like it was trying to be like a Call of Duty campaign or something. Except every couple seconds the player would have to like make a choice, and then there'd be like, go into the subway, and then just like a fucking subway train would just like spawn in around a corner all of a sudden. It's the most ridiculous thing. The subway one, yeah, I think the subway just like appears out of thin air and he just goes into it. It's just like, what the hell is this? Or all the ones of, these are from a while ago, but the Minecraft ones where it doesn't remember the state of the game, so anytime you'd turn the camera, the world would just be completely different from what was just there. It's kind of horrifying, actually. I almost wonder if there's value in programming a game to intentionally do that to you. Yeah, just like some kind of horrifying dementia simulator. Anytime you turn around, it's completely different from where you just were, and it's like, yo, what the fuck? Where am I? Just trying to navigate like that. Yeah, Antechamber sort of plays with that sort of thing, right? I don't know what the goal is. Yeah, it's just like, I mean, Zoomers love this kind of thing. LSD for PS1, or like that game where you walk around an endless world of swimming pool backrooms. You just call it like some kind of backrooms related thing, and then mildly imply that there might be a monster somewhere, and then everyone will buy it and make YouTube videos out of it. It's perfect. How is it not over yet? We're in October, so probably like 5 more minutes or something. It's end of October is when it finishes up. The months are longer than you'd think. They don't... I kind of wish we knew, like, what day of the month it was. The months are kind of long. It could be, like, 5-ish more minutes. How's my pier holding up? Where is that thing? The pier is really crowded, actually. I think guests don't like the pier. I think they're having a hard time getting off it. They're not mad, though. Nobody is lost. Well, hang on. Yeah, none of the guests who say they want to go home are on my pier, actually, so it's not that big of a deal. Hey, there we go. How's the paint on the wall holding up? It is chipping, and we don't have it in the budget to fix it, so it's just a crappy cement wall. Well, there you go. Scenario complete. Entering my name in. We can update that. We are now at 8 out of 86 scenarios, so we're like 1/10.6th of the way there, something like that. I don't know, but we're about 1/10 of the way there. Just gotta do those 20 hours 9 more times. This will be a 200-hour playthrough then. We come back here. There it is. I love to see this. Like, honestly, it's satisfying just to see on the title screen it filling up with all the completed by Tapiokas. I even finished this one with a positive company value. Pretty good. Preview the next one real fast. Alright. Next one is Katie's World. And the goal is 15,000. It's another park value goal. Shit. Alright, well... Park value goal, so we gotta build rides that don't suck. And... Oh my god, what is it? What is this? The storm. Alright. That is... What are the stats on this thing? 6.82. It's massive. The storm is huge. Well, we've got lots of room for... Wait, what even is this? What is this? Hang on. What? Runaway plumber? Is it entirely underground? Is there a ride in there somewhere? I guess there's a ride in there somewhere. Lots of expansion room out the back, though. This is gonna... First thing we're gonna have to do is fix that. But this will be for next week. This will be next Tuesday. Nah, it's all good. That will be next Tuesday's scenario. But I am gonna stop the timer here for this for today. No, we can't let them... Look, if they can go anywhere they want on the boats, they will never actually get back to the station. Park guests are incredibly stupid on boats.